Welcome back to another episode of Torp. I know it's been a while since I posted anything. I haven't been working on the Mustang. I've been at a standstill, and I'll show you why. You know, we bought the truck. Well, we got our trailer. And if I'm not working on the Mustang, I've been working on this. There's so much stuff to do on this. But we'll get right to the point while we're on this video. So with this trailer has two batteries that are hooked up for power. Those are two 6-volt batteries. They're hooked in series to give you 12 volts. Well, I start getting all kinds of faults, and I got like 4 or 5 different faults. The faults so far that I had were check trailer brake lamps, check trailer right turn signal, check trailer left turn signal, and a trailer disconnect, check connection. Well, come to find out what it was, after reading a little bit on the internet, is that if the voltage on the trailer is more than the voltage going from your truck to the trailer, you will start getting disconnect problems. And then also what I'm seeing is, since this has LED lights, I'm getting turn signal faults. Also, my electric over hydraulic brake system for the trailer, it can actually backfeed and also give problems in the truck. All right, so the first thing I did is I took the truck in GMC. I wanted them to check out the system. I heard that there was an upgraded brake controller, and I guess they did upgrade, but at some point they had started installing the upgraded controller in the trucks, and mine wasn't affected by that service bulletin. Mine had the upgraded controller. So also they told me about this service bulletin, and the service bulletin has to do with the Hydrastar electric over hydraulic brake actuator. And let me show you what that looks like. So there's my Hydrastar trailer brake actuator, and if you have one of those, it's a possibility, I believe, that it will backfeed or cause issues with your truck itself, and it will cause it to disconnect. So of course you pay a fortune for the truck. GMC is blaming Hydrastar, Hydrastar is blaming GMC, but Hydrastar has a fix. All right, so now we're at the box, the connection for your 7-pin coming from the truck to the trailer itself. And I wanted to do this all here. I didn't want to have to mess with the truck to cut any wiring there. It's a lot easier to do in this little box. So you have a diode, which you can get from Hydrastar. And this is kind of expensive. It's like $50 for this. It's clearly labeled. One side says Hydrastar, so this wire will go to the Hydrastar electric over hydraulic brake controller, and this side will go to the truck. Make sure you have this in the correct order. If you don't, you only have one chance on this. These are crimp connectors. Once you crimp them, you're done. This was actually connected similar to this, so I actually cut the connection, and it's usually the blue wire coming from the truck, and I checked it with my multimeter, and this is the wire that should control that. So we should be good with the Hydrastar. Next was what I was talking about, having more power or more voltage from the trailer backfeeding in the truck and causing a disconnect as well. Well, I bought one of these, it's called, I believe it's an RM90. I will put the description in the comment area, and I was able to install this. This is your power wire coming from the truck, and usually it's a black wire coming from your 7-pin, and it will try and power the trailer, puts a slight amount of power going to the trailer. You can see that there's a lot of wires going in there, so you have to make sure you connect. You take the one coming from the 7-pin coming into that connection. I cut it back here because you cannot take all of these wires and crimp it into the one connection. So we have just the wire coming off of the 7-pin going from your truck. I cut that, crimp the ends, make sure you have it in the correct direction. This is coming in from the truck, going out to the trailer, and that is good. Next is going to be the turn signals. All right, real quick, let me just show you the error code that's on the dash of the truck for the turn signals, and that is the check trailer right turn signal and check trailer left turn signal. Alright, let's go ahead and go to trailing. And there's our fault. We'll go ahead and start the light test again. The turn signals are a little bit fast. It's almost normal speed. Everything else is coming on like it's supposed to. The rear turn signals are operating like they're supposed to. Yet, watch what happens when we go inside. There we go. We're faulting. Left and right turn signal. So we're going to go ahead and install those resistors and see if that will take care of it. Alright, so I just started up the truck. It's plugged in, the trailer's plugged in. Now under normal conditions you turn on the turn signal, look how fast it's flashing. I haven't changed the thing. The light test, I guess, is at a slower rate. I have no idea. So we're going to test for this left turn signal. See if we've got the right wire. We're going to take our multimeter, put it to 20 volts DC. So we know that the white is ground. We know that the red is actually should be the left turn signal. Let's go ahead and check it out and see if that's correct. There it is, 12, and it drops down. So left is the red wire. You can see this red wire. Granted, on the trailer it's blue, but coming out of the plug, the 7-pin plug, it's actually red. So I believe that the brown is actually the right. Alright, so now we've changed the turn signal to the right side. Let's go ahead and check this out. Got our common white, and it should be brown. And there it is. Going from about 13 down to, drops down to 4, but I'm sure it's less than that. It's just flashing so fast. So we are good. So the right definitely is brown. So we got the red and the brown. Red left, brown right. All right, so what we're installing today are these Sylvania, they call them load equalizers. They're just a resistor. It even says on the box, corrects hyper flashing caused by LED replacement systems. In the description in Amazon, and I'll put that information in the description. It stated that these were 27 watts, but you can do a calculation, and by God, I had to look that up because I didn't know what that calculation was. These are 6 ohms worth of resistance. So you take 12 volts divided by 6 gives you 2 amps. 2 amps divided by the power system, which is 12 volts, will give you 24. So these are actually 24 watt, not 27. So it doesn't matter the orientation, I guess, reading through the directions. But one thing they did say in the description, these do get hot. That was on the reviews. So we're going to try and we're going to utilize these little holes and maybe use some number 8 screws and mount this to the outside of the box so they can stay cool. I don't want them near the other wires. So let's go ahead and get these things installed. So my my number 8 screws that I have, these little button head screws, I don't know if you can see those. They're just a little bit too big for these, so I'm going to go ahead. I did grab a number 17 drill bit, and I'm going to try and drill these out, and hopefully it won't take too much, and these will fit in. There we go. Yep, they fit just perfect. So we're going to go ahead and drill the rest of this out, and then we're going to drill up that box. All right, so you see I've got this up here. We're going to mark for some holes. I'm going to put one of them on this right side, one on the top. We can't put anything on the left because all the wires coming in, so that I know that this is the right side. That'll be the left. Let's go ahead and mark these holes. Let's go ahead and drill these up. Want to make sure all your wires are clear and back. All
right, so now that we have this all mounted up, you don't want to bend these little tabs that are coming out. That's why I mounted this up a little bit, because you're not going to really knock into this thing, but you may come underneath the trailer and actually hit this, so I mounted it up a little bit. We're not going to use these holes because now you're going to use too much wire to try and get inside the box. I'm going to put some holes in there, then we're going to use some grommets, and then we're going to send those wires inside the box using those. If you're wondering what kind of grommet I'm using or a kit I'm using, do yourself a favor, go to Harbor Freight, pick up some of these little kits. They'll save your life. So let's go ahead and drill this up, and we'll get a grommet in there. I've got the wires pushed away. When you're going up, I like using a unibit. Gives you a lot cleaner cut. Not as many sharp edges. All right, I'm routing these wires on the inside of the grommet, and then we'll start connecting. I know a lot of you are probably thinking I'm crazy for mounting this on the outside, but these are completely sealed, and plus you're underneath the overhang. Now, if I have a problem with them and they do go out, I'll just mount them inside, but for right now, I like to try it like this. When I do drive it, I am going to come out here and check this to make sure to see how hot this is. And if it's not that hot, well, then I'll put them inside, but for now, I'm just going to leave them outside. Okay, so remember that the white was common. We're going to go ahead and pull this off. This tie, and I'm going to go ahead and strip this wire. I'm going to add it to that tie. I know we have to do the other side, but I want to do this first and test this out. Now remember, the brown is our right side. Let's see if I can't. Well, these things are all intermixed in there. We'll go ahead and cut off this end. We have so many wires that I don't want to try and put them all together. So I'm going to use one crimp, twist two of them together, the two together, and then we'll crimp the crimp connector on there. Let me grab one. Don't do that. Always test out, make sure that that is solidly in there. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and test out our right turn signal and compare it with the left. All right, let's go ahead and check out this left one again. You can see how fast this is. Let's try this right. There we go. Much slower. All right, let's go ahead and do a light test and see if it'll just fault. Look at that, it's only faulting the left. So we'll go ahead and install that resistor on that left, and then we should be great. All right, so now we have to find the red wire, which is actually this. I'm gonna verify it's coming from, yep, the main plug coming from the 7-pin. So we're gonna go ahead and cut that and wire that all together.
Online, a whole new generation. up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
All right, let's test the system one more time.
All right, let's try this out.
Let's start our light test. Left, right, reverse. Let's go in the back and see how they're doing. Looks pretty good. We shut off the light test. That will be the true test. See if it passes everything. No issues found. We are good. Thank God.
All right, so we got everything cleared out. Everything works good. It's just a shame you had to put 2 diodes, 2 resistors in there for the system to work well, especially when you spend so much on a truck. That's just terrible, but that's the way of the world with the electronics. I hope this video helps out somebody so that they're able to order the right parts for their application. But make sure you do your research. Check, there's several websites, good websites online that you'll be able to find some more information and be able to assist you. At some point I may have a video on the trailer itself. I'm still learning everything on this trailer. It's pretty cool. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you on another episode of Torqued.